So we've got all of the icons here, all of the midfielders from every single icon promo. We have obviously got the brand new Ultimate Birthdays. We still have more than likely a Team 2 coming this weekend, which hopefully will be filled with more icons that are of the same caliber, because I must admit, they've got some pretty decent ones this year. So straight off the bat then, let's have a look and go through, as there is a lot of centre mids. Some now that are pretty much in the mud, some of them actually have some sort of ability in this game. If we are looking at Roy Keane then, we obviously have got his normal Ultimate Birthday. We've got a winter wildcard that, even though he is a left back, technically you play him centre mid. You are not putting Roy Keane as a left back. I don't care who you are. And also with Roy Keane, with somebody else, I want to say Bergkamp, there is two versions. So we have obviously got the 4-star, 5-star, or, well, in fact, for Roy Keane, it's a 3-star, 5-star, or a 5-star, 3-star. I really think they should have gone for at least a 4-5 rather than a 5-3. Would have added a little bit more value to him. I would say that the 5-star weak foot is going to be more handy on this version, and he's coming in at 150,000 coins. The stats don't change and the playstyle pluses don't change, so I thought, you know what, realistically, they're both going to be very similar in rating of where I'm going to put them, so I'm going to keep them there. So Keane on his base version will definitely go down into the B. I don't think anybody has any qualms about that. And to be honest, I'd even say the winter wildcard now is probably at that sort of level. He has got bruiser and slide tackle on the Ultimate Birthday version. Little bit of a pace increase. Nothing too crazy because the winter wildcard obviously had a big boost as well. He got a +10, whereas he only got a +1 in comparison of the difference, which is a bit of a shame. I feel like if he had just that little bit more, he could have been a very, very decent card. When I'm looking across the board for him though, I would say as a newer icon at the moment, slide tackle, bruiser, little bit of the upgrade across there, I'm going to go for the A+ with him. Definitely on the 5-star weak foot. Maybe you could argue that the 5-3 for the skill move might be more of an A, because skill moves is just not Roy Keane's sort of thing, so I don't think it would have really gone down massively. And with 80 agility, 84 balance, I think it would have hindered him more than kind of succeeded with him. We then have Bergkamp, another brand new icon, who again does have the double upgrade. He is 93 on this version, he's got 204, and he is a 4-star, 5-star, or a 5-star, 4-star. 205 and 204, so pretty much across the board, he is about the same. Honestly, with him, I think, again, he has had a decent upgrade from obviously what he had prior. I believe he was a centre mid in the previous version. He's had a 2 increase on his passing since then, or pace. 14 on the shooting, 4 on the passing, and, well, no, lost 4 on the passing, in fact. Because the centre mid heavily focused on almost a box-to-box. It was look at the comparison between this and the base version. 4 pace, 3 shooting, 4 passing, 4 dribbling, and 4 physical. He isn't going to be your defender as such, and I think in terms of a cam, he's probably coming, I'd say, more into the A from a cam perspective. Ronaldinho, I think one of the easiest ones that we can put in. He's obviously going to be in that S+. He's about 4, well, I think he's about 11.5 mil at the moment. He's just insane in himself. From wing to striker to cam, it doesn't matter where you put him. He's always going to be at that absolute top. We then have Del P. A little bit less now, I think, in terms of the SBC. Obviously, that has disappeared now. I'm pretty sure the winter wildcards have gone now. I want to say they might. Some of them might still be there, but no, all of them have gone now. Even Georgie Best is gone. Oh, I was going to say, we got winter wildcard Torres and Yashin, but they were prior to this anyway, so that's fine. But in terms of kind of what we're seeing, I think for me, he's now kind of more into that A+. I think when we look at the drop down from the cams, he's definitely in that sort of role. Kaka, on the other hand, I think in terms of base, I'd probably now be looking towards more of an A+, but I still think that 91 is a decent upgrade. May not be masses of stats, but I think that one definitely pushes himself into that one step just higher than the base version. When we're looking at the price comparison, you're looking at basically a mil for the 91 or 201k for the base version. I know you can't really base it too much off price because it is just supply and demand. We don't have any more supply from that Kaka, especially on the market. It is kind of more all the demand on him. Socrates, I would say is very much the same. I love the base card. I think he's very underrated in terms of what he can actually do. But that beautiful Ultimate Birthday was a great SBC. It's a lovely one to get done if you really wanted to. He's currently coming in at, if I can find him, 1.6 million, which is expensive, but a 5-star 92 Brazilian is not going to come cheap. We saw it with Zico, Zidane being a French 5-5. They are going to be a little bit more expensive, but what a card he is. He, like I say, is a 5-5, incisive pass technical. I think he's absolutely worth the money. Zidane, on the other hand, it's obvious that the 96 has got to go up there. To be honest, you'd probably go even the 95, and I'd go with kind of the bottom two more in towards an S now, even though they're very similar. I just think that upgrade is absolutely spectacular for him. You could argue potentially the 95 not having the double play star plus could be an argument, but even then I think when we're looking at Zidane, he's still so good on every card. He's 5.2 for the future star, incisive pass and also intercept for him. It's just an easy win.
If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
So then if we have a look at a few of the bottom tier ones, I think when we look at Seedorf's bottom, I'm not going to go through all of the top ones just yet. We'll kind of go through a few of kind of the average to low ones. I think Haji's definitely putting himself in there. Even then, if we go a bit further down, who else have we got? We got Gattuso. To be honest, all of them can go in. I would say the future star definitely rectifies a little bit, but I still wasn't necessarily massively pleased with the card. I think he could have been better still, but it is just one opinion. When it comes to Varane, Haji, I just don't think any of them really fit anymore. I'd go as far to say Trezeguet's centre mid's probably in the bottom tier now. He was definitely more of your cheaper SBC. He was like, what, 100, 150k, a BTEC centre mid that can kind of get that job done. And he did well for the winter wildcard. Now we're a little bit further on. He definitely needed to be upgraded again, but in his striking role. I don't think he was cut out for the centre mid. Riquelme can go drop down. Schweinsteiger's in there. Lampard's obviously in there. Laudrup. Ooh, gee. Yeah, I think in terms of base, I'd probably go Xabi and Pirlo as well, to be honest. Even... Oh, Balak's a funny one, because I do like Balak's in-game. I just don't know how... Yeah, he really isn't. He really isn't the card that I'm kind of thinking of here. I think Bergkamp definitely drops down on that winter wildcard. In terms of a centre mid, it's a nice upgrade, but I mean, it's just heavily on the dribbling passing. There's not really... It's what we kind of... Well, it's personally what I've absolutely burnt in to Pedri and also... Was it Pedri and Gavi? They've kind of got that pace. They've got the dribbling. They've got the passing. But no defending. No real shooting. It's kind of just a one-trick pony as such. So, unfortunately for me, he's going to drop in there. Scholes can definitely go in there as well. I think most others, you could probably argue Petit as well, to be honest. Who else have we got? Gerrard. I mean, if Lampard's in there, I do like the upgrade from Gerrard, so we will kind of touch on him in a second. Pirlo, I would say, probably drops into more of an A. Very, very close to now, going into the B. I think we're starting to really ramp up the icons. When you look at what we've got here, I'd say a lot of these are going into the top and kind of middle tiers. That's going to be a hell of a lot of difference because we have got a lot of just fodder-based centre mids, really. There's not really too much else to it. When we've got Rijkaard... Oh, see, I really liked Rijkaard. Who else did I put in there? We've got Ballack in there. Petit. He was very similar to Petit, wasn't he? What's Petit's? Because I'm pretty sure Rijkaard's is the intercept. It's got relentless on him. Is he still coming in at a price? Are people wanting him anymore? Because it's been a while now, and obviously it does have an SBC out that you can do. We'll probably go in the bottom there for him. Essien definitely goes one up at an absolute minimum. Then I think we are pretty golden across the board there. Makalele, I think, is very close to Essien in that sense. I'd then go probably the same for this one, but when it comes to the Ultimate Birthday one, I thought it was a massive upgrade for him. I really, really liked him. The double play style plus added to him. Decent amount of pace. A little triple upgrade from him. Defending, physical going up. He definitely was an SBC well worth looking at. When we look at the rest of them, what else we got that could probably go into the A? I think we got an S. Keka, Socrates, Keane, Del P. It's a good list. I don't even know if I've done Essien and Makalele too bad there. I feel like they could have been pushed up one more. We'll keep him there for the moment. I do think when looking at Essien, naturally we're going to look for it. He's got to be an S as well. I think in terms of DM, he's definitely the next one, or probably even before, if you've got obviously the eyes on for Makalele. Essien is always the number one shout there. We've obviously got Ariel and Jockey as well for him, which is always a big one. Petit, on the other hand, I think Petit probably goes into more of an A+, and I'd probably say the same for Rijkaard as well. Both of them very similar in their upgrades. One can be better suited for the centre-back, which I think is Rijkaard. Whoever's got the Anticipate is definitely going to be the better one. Petit's going to be the better one there. And then obviously with the Intercept, Rijkaard could play that DM role a bit better with that playstyle plus, from my opinion. The one thing that I really didn't like from the two cards is the fact two cards that have had a decent upgrade from them. Like, it's most definitely not the worst thing in the world, but only one playstyle plus. I mean, that could really send a card from being 220, 230k to a 500k card after release. So it is a shame that they've done that. I really think that they could have gone that one step for him. We obviously then have Hullet, one of the brand new cards who is obviously extinct. I'd say every single version, bar from his Winter Wildcard, is an easy S+. I'd probably then go more towards an S for the Winter Wildcard version. I think it's still a great card, but it just doesn't compare to the others. We then have two other Brazilian cams. We have Rivaldo, who is quite an easy one into that S. And I'd definitely say Zico's brand new Future Stars is going to be into more the S+, whereas the Centurions and also the base, I would go towards more of an S category now. Still a 5/5 across the board, which always helps. It's very much like Zidane. Whatever card you've got, it's going to be very similar. And to be honest, he's only got a 91, 92, 93. So it's not as if the ratings are massively different across the board there. So it is what it is. Closer, I'd go more of an A for the Winter Wildcard now. Love the added bonus on the Ultimate Birthday one. Van Basten, I'd probably go the same, to be honest. I think I'm being very lenient with him going into that A. Sauer, base card wasn't terrible, to be honest. I really like the Team of the Year. But I do think the base card definitely had a nice, quite literal, base stats. 84 on the pace being the second lowest, 83 defending, third lowest, 76 physicality, but 91 on pass and dribbling, 87 shooting, already a 4-4. I mean, it's not a terrible card. I'd kind of line up something along them lines. Alan Shearer, it's a hard one with him because I do think you just whack a Hunter on him and put him at striker. He can still play striker and have no problems. You'd end up with an 8 increase on his pace, probably like, 5 more shooting, 4 more shooting. He's gained a bit of extra passing. His dribbling is a little bit better. I mean, he's not a centre mid, so whether you'd put him as a cam, I just don't think he really suits there. Ian Rush would go down the same as well. Xavi, in terms of his playing, in terms of passing, the passing game is exceptional. That is naturally what he's known for, same as KDB, same as Iniesta eventually when he gets cards. That is kind of him. Whereas it doesn't translate into FIFA always, but I must admit I still do heavily like the card. I just don't think he's quite into that S category. We then also have Schweinsteiger in the two different versions. We have got a 5-star, 4-star, and also a 4-star, 5-star. He was in the mini release. In terms of the stat upgrade as well, we've got an extra 6 on the pace, 3 on everything else, bar from passing, which has got a 4. I think that's a pretty good upgrade for him. Anything with a decent pace increase for Schweinsteiger is going to be immaculate. People are going for the Anchor or Shadow for him as well to kind of make him more into that DM a little bit. You've obviously get the 86 pace, 91 defending, 91 physical. I mean, it's not terrible. Great passing already. Could do with a bit of agility balance, but it is what it is. If you wanted to go more out pace, you could go Shadow with a 90-92 pace and defending split. I would probably say he's kind of in the middle. I think for right now we'll look at an A+, and then more than likely he will drop down. Same with Baggio. I think in terms of an SBC was a bit expensive, but if we took the expense out of the card and thought, is he actually worth a good card? I think he's decent, but he's definitely not in top level, and it's why I kind of wouldn't really spend 600k on him. Beckham, on the other hand, Arguably one of the better centre mids. I really like him in that role. I think the future star was a great addition to him. Just like the Team of the Year icon he got last year, the pace increase, he can move into the centre much easily now. It's just a match made in heaven for him. Matthias, I think is an easy one, to be honest. I don't think, even Pele, to be fair. And I'd probably go Vieira, Team of the Year in there. I'd say that's probably most of my S pluses, I'd say. I would then say Bobby Charlton sits into the S, waiting for the upgrade for him. I think that could be an incredible card. If we get anything more, that is going to be a solid card. The one thing I can't remember with him, is he a 5-star, 5-star or not? I'm pretty sure he was. No, he's a 4-star, 5-star. So he is due an upgrade at some point. It's got to happen. We have Abili. I think she's kind of like Sour in terms of stats. Very decent across the board, but definitely needs now that next level up. And it's the same with someone like Prince. We've got Sour an upgrade. We've got Ham an upgrade. Where is the final 2 upgrades here? Where's Abili? Where's Prince? I'm not saying that we kind of want it, but I mean, Abili definitely is going to be an incredible card just like Sour. Stoichkov, on the other hand, love him as an attacker. In terms of a midfielder, I think he would do a decent job, but I would say the Winter Wildcard now needs the upgrade to take him into that 92-93 double play style plus and properly get into them stats. Seedorf, I'd probably drop down right now. I think he's very much on the border. Baggio, I'd probably do the same. And I think A+ would definitely suit our man Gerrard. So that's going to be my list. Let me know down below what you think about all the icons. Who have you got? Who's your favourite? And make sure you click on one of the videos in the screens and let me know which one you click in the comment section. Peace.